flies right out of my pants. Don't you know I got a little secret? It's the ace of hearts up my sleeve. And when I get home to my honey, she give me love like you wouldn't believe. Yeah, they call me Mr. Lucky, and I thank my stars above. You can call me Mr. Lucky, 'cause I'm lucky in love. When I'm walking through my neighborhood, everybody knows I'm feeling good. See me smiling from my head to my feet. They say, ain't that Mr. Lucky coming down the street? Hey, that's me. I'm Mr. Lucky when you kiss my lips, when you touch me with your fingertips. I'm Mr. Lucky when you hold me tight. I'm Mr. Lucky when we kiss goodnight. Baby, they call me Mr. Lucky, and I thank my stars above. You can call me Mr. Lucky, 'cause I'm lucky in love. Call me Mr. Lucky, and I thank my stars above. You can call me Mr. Lucky, 'cause I'm lucky in love. Call me Mr. Lucky in love. Call me Mr. Lucky in love. You know that's right. Baby, 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 baby.
Hey everybody, what's going on? What's hot? What's hip? What's happening? What's shaking on your Labor Day Monday? Karen Garvey is here. Terry Nee is here. He's saying hi to Karen Garvey. And the doctor says he's hip, he's happening, he's stone green. He is the one and only Tom Gully. Standing ovation of thunderous applause here. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? People saying hi, the most cheerful chat room on the internet. Tonight I'm going to tell you about training films. In fact, I'm going to show you a training film. Man, I hope I don't get nailed for this. A training film from what has to be the late 40s or early 50s. And it's listed as public domain everywhere. But I'll show it to you. Gene1313 is here. Says, hey, all. Tyranny Films. No, I don't think it's Tyranny. Let's see. Like, share, subscribe, retweet, notification bell, all that good stuff. The free stuff that we use to satisfy the almighty algorithm. And then also, we do have super chats and memberships if you'd like to do that. Come on. And then also if you turn on your gifted memberships, occasionally people will gift memberships in here and you can get a free one. So there you go. Yeah. We have a goal here. Fundraising goal. That we like to hit every show. And that amount is any amount of money. Hey, look what I have here. Now, if Wild Bill was here, if Wild Bill was here, he would tell you that I have been drinking the little cans of soda for many, many, many years. Don't act like Levy just started it. For years, Many, many years. I thought this was Crush when I got it off the thing, but and yes, ladies and gentlemen, asking ye shall receive. We have already met our goal today of any amount of money, thanks to the generosity and extreme smartassism of Terry Nee. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate it. It's funny, and it's 66 cents or whatever I end up getting. So thank you. As we have now surpassed our goal of any amount of money. I don't often watch Nobody Likes Onions, but it is Labor Day, and I was bored, and I was just surfing around all day. And I came across Nobody Likes Onions. And while I was watching it, Nick Rekieta actually called in. It was a freaky moment. Was it all that earth-shattering in terms of what was said? Not really, but it was wild. It was wild, man. This training film I'm going to show you, stuck in my head. I've known of it for many years. Oh, here we go. Wearing my old school Mountain Dew shirt. And it's just always stuck in my head because it's so hokey and old school. So hopefully I don't know how I could get in any trouble for it, but the last thing was supposedly public domain. I haven't gotten any strikes, but the last thing I got was a warning. So if this goes south, we won't ever do this again. I won't even take the chance. I don't see how these one shows, though. There's a whole bunch of shows out there that do nothing but react. They're not even reviews. They're reactions to movies. I love these shows. They're my favorite shows. But they're showing huge chunks of movie on down the line. And, you know, and those movies are way newer and not public domain. Mine are public domain. Aku is here. He says, I think YouTube has given up fixing the notification system. I don't know. Let's see. They bring in ad revenue for YouTube and can afford good lawyers. I guess. But, yeah. Know how they get away with that. And they do the same thing with songs. They'll play half the song without stopping, and then they'll stop and talk about it for 5 minutes, and then they'll play the other half. It's like, how do you get away with that? I know part of it's fair use and criticism and educating, but do you have to submit a form? Do you? I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But if this thing here gets me in trouble, there's problems. Aku says, one of the channels I watch, Roanoke Games, does movie breakdowns as a microbiologist. Oh, wow. I'm philanthropic. It's what I do, says Terry Nee. I imagine Terry Nee now wearing a monocle like the rich guy in Monopoly. It says the microbiologist guy gets hit all the time. Well, I don't know. And of course, everybody plays everybody else's show, or at least portions of it. I think part of it might have been on that last one. I did go full screen with it. So we'll play it small so we don't get in any trouble. Play a little tiny version of is what we'll do. I hope everybody's having a great Labor Day. I forgot it was Labor Day until like Sunday morning. I also forgot that even though today is Labor Day, it's also one of my very close relatives' birthdays. Aku says he flips the visual, no audio, and clips are less than 10 seconds. I'm working. Me too. That sucks. Well, me 3. I was just doing this for free as a hobby until, of course, Terry Nee, busted our goal of any amount of money by donating $1. I think Terry is the funniest bird in the universe. I'd go along with that. Akas is just about to shoot the first coat of base on this GMC Sierra. Thank you for the update. Let me see here. I don't want to do that right now. I'll do it later. All right. What do we got here? A few more minutes and then we'll see if we can. But you have a cool job. I wish this was my full-time job. Believe it or not, Gene, I can't make a living on $1 a show. There will be more to come. Well, thank you. That would be my. That's be what I like. My real job is not cool. And there you go. Aku says he's literally getting paid to watch paint dry. That's a pretty good gig. I mean, it's not that I don't have other skills. I have had other jobs. And there are other things I'm good at. I mean, it's been that way for a long time. Maybe I could go into law enforcement. Don't know. Akko says, yeah, it's great until it's 2 a.m. and the base is still wet. Yeah, that's the way it goes. My job also has things I don't like about it and difficulties. My real job. Teeny tiny. I'm going to go into insulin shock here because I've got 2 non-zero sugar drinks. So I was saying hi to Dupa. August says he got to start his first job at 8. Okay. All right then. Fine. So yeah, we'll see if I get in any trouble for this dumb show. The chef is in the house, Randy Ramos. August is 8 a.m. Second job starts around 6 p.m. Okay. What's your roller skater name? I thought didn't we start it was Tom the Bomb? Something like that. Atomic. Anthony Schultz says, what's wrong? Nothing's wrong. Roller derby name. I think it was, did we come up? I think it was Tom the Bomb was my roller derby name. But I'm open to other names. Well, no, I've got to get this show started because this movie lasts 22 minutes. But if you guys got other roller derby names for this gal here, just throw them in the chat. I like Tom's roller name. Mine's incoming. Okay. Shrinkflation. I don't know what that is. me see if I can find this sucker here. Let's just see how cooperative. Yeah. StreamYard would like to be today. I don't think they'd like to be particularly helpful, which is why I'm looking at a spinning wheel right now. Thanks, StreamYard. Thank you for always helping. You are the wind beneath my wings. Didn't mean anything rude, came in dry, looked like trouble. Well, you know, sometimes you gotta read the room a little bit. See how many weeks it's gonna be before this frickin' file will appear so I can open it. We again made the mistake of not eating anything for, oh, here we go. This is from 1954. This little number here is from 1954. Here you go. Let's take a look at it. Whoops. You guys are probably getting a ton of reverb, aren't you, on that, or echo or whatever, right? You can go ahead and say so. Pretty sure that's what happens. Nobody said anything, so screw it.
There are those who would say that the story which follows could happen only in a dream. Regardless of where it could happen, this is the way it did happen. The story involves Bill Dudley, a mighty darn good wholesale bakery salesman, a character named Red, who actually is nothing more than a file clerk, and one named Whitey, who is similarly employed, so to speak. It all starts in this rather...
So, Bill's down on Earth. He's the human. Bill Dudley. And then the devil and an angel are going to try to make him do his job better or not. Yeah, Anthony, don't start that a little bit crap with me, please. It's either doing it or not.
Strange and out of this world office, which keeps the sales records of every wholesale bakery salesman on Earth. Or so the story goes.
Yes, you see, there's a story going around that up in heaven, in the afterlife, there's a place where all the records for the wholesale bakery industry are kept. Not the most exciting premise for a film, I'll grant you, but it is a training film. It's doubling the audio. See, I told you. I knew it. I don't know why do I depend on you people for anything? Other than, of course, super chats, which we'll gladly accept. Now I'll bet you it's not doing it no more. These old films always have a little reverb.
Whitey is entrusted with the records of good salesmen. Red, the other kind. Now it seems that Red and Whitey never see eye to eye on matters. Naturally, this leads to many arguments. Our story opens in the midst of one of them.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Must you beat on that confounded thing all the time?
I am not beating. I'm playing.
Well, whatever it is, it sounds awful.
You're just peeved because another breadfruit salesman has been transferred from your record to mine.
Oh, he's mad. One of those crappy bread salesmen is now on the Angels list. All right. Well, you know, when it rains, it pours. And Terry Nee has once again, the great philanthropist that he is, has given us another Now, Aku, not to be outdone, $2 Canadian. Canadian. I fixed it. I know I fixed it. Here we go.
Dudley. I'll get him back on my records again. He's my kind of a salesman, that boy. Down, down, down. Marvelous record.
But what about this? Which, of course, is the reason he's now in my ledger.
Strictly a temporary condition. Why, at the slightest excuse, he'll slip back into his old habit of taking life easy, the way a smart salesman should.
You're talking through your horns again.
Wouldn't want to make a little bet on that now, would you?
Like what?
Oh, say, a new set of asbestos points for my pitchfork against a new set of strings for that thing.
On the level?
Strictly on the level. Of course, if you're afraid, it might...
Now, I might point out that this is a training film, but they actually did build a set. And look at that backdrop with the clouds and stuff. And then they've got furnishings. And I mean, they went to some trouble. They went out and got professional actors and actresses. They clearly had someone write them a script. Just saying. Just saying.
I don't frighten easily. Go on.
Well, now, suppose an attractive young lady were to ride the route with this Bill Dudley. Say she's a magazine writer and is after material for an article. Say she makes fun of the way he works. That's all it'd take to get him back into my way of selling again.
You think so, huh?
I'm willing to bet on it.
That has got to be the most convoluted plan I've ever heard in my life. Say, a magazine writer.
So I gather. But how could we up here fix it so that a magazine writer down there... Oh, no. No, not me.
Why not? The trip will do you good.
Of course, I haven't been down there in a long time. Even on business.
Manzanita Soul. It's my second beverage. Uh-oh. That little minx, I don't care if she is an angel. She wants to go back down to earth and little room Springer for her, you know what I'm saying?
That's the way to talk. And perhaps, as a little added distraction from his work... yes. But perhaps something a little more...
Oh, dear.
Or perhaps even...
Oh, no, don't you dare. No magic and no miracles. It's against the rules. If I go, I'll go like this.
Oh, there we go.
Dull. All right. Is it a bet?
All right, it's a bet. I'll put this Bill Dudley to the test.
Look at the snappy outfit that working gal's got on. Uh-oh.
All right. Let me see if I got this whole thing straight now. You're a writer.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to do an article on modern food merchandising.
That's right.
And the boss said it was okay for you to write with me today.
Uh-huh.
Well, it's okay with me then, but I'd sure have a tough time making my wife believe this one.
Well, so would I.
Come on.
Come on. I keep the booze in the front glove box. Have yourself a snort. And you're writing an article on modern food merchandising. Because you know that sells magazines. Look at him. Got his own truck. Going places. Staff enriched bread. That music that's playing right now will probably get me struck. Probably home, but very good. Bill Dudley.
Well, that's how Whitey started out to prove her point. But Red was not far behind.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you're not down here just for the ride, you know. Start working on the guy. We got a bet on.
Pulled out of there kind of rough. She takes him into the back and you know.
Say, you know, this seems to be an awfully dull job that you have.
Oh? What gave you that idea?
It wasn't my... well, after all, it is just a delivery man's job, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
Young lady, take it from me. Any guy who thinks this is just a delivery job belongs in a coal truck, not a bread booth.
Whoa. 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 Sick burn. That was a sick burn. And yes, Terry Nee, her name is Whitey, which I realize it was a different time. Jay is here and says hi. Hello, Jay. Nice to see you, Jay. Good to see you, Jay. Man, sick burn. Coal truck, not a bread. Oh, man. Now he's going to give her what for? I say silly things sometimes. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm just a girl. I'm wearing the dumb hat. I just think you're smart, and I'm not that smart. But I write articles and hey, it's Jared. Look at him. I'm so sick to listen to you pass gas. Just pay attention. I'm doing it right in front of you. There's your article right there. Get out of my truck. Just get out. Don't ever come back. Seriously. You make
Young
me
lady,
Uh-oh.
you sit there. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. You sit right there. Put your hands in those cups. Sit up straight.
Well?
Let this ball gag.
Well, I told him I thought he was a dope not to work it, to be the first one in every day.
Good.
I told him I thought all this push on getting good displays, just a lot of front office talk.
Couldn't have phrased it better myself.
Why keep a close check on how your load's going, I said. You can always dump it on the last half dozen stops.
Excellent. And what did he say?
Nothing. That's the trouble. He just sat there listening
Gave
and
me a
looking
dirty
very thoughtful.
There, you see? What did...
He gave me a dirty look and called me a back alley harlot. Then he smacked me, just a backhand, right across the truck. First, I was angry and hurt, but then...
I tell you, my bet's practically won.
Gee, you know, I would have sworn that nothing could make him slip back into his old selling ways.
Here he comes, his real killjoy.
Must be new on the force. Okay. You've talked. I've listened.
Must be new on the force. I'm required to report in to any of the officers I see. You see, I'm a repeat offender.
Now it's my turn. I talk and you listen.
Uh-oh, here comes.
First of all, take a look. A loaf of bread. An important food. A healthy food. and a basic food that can be served in more than 100 different ways. And give a look. Not
Wow. Guys, I don't know if you've ever considered your everyday loaf of bread, but it's a healthy food. It's a basic food that can be prepared in over 100 different ways. If you can get 100 different ways out of that, yeah, I'd like to see them.
just one kind of bread, but a whole variety. And not only bread, but a whole variety of all types of baked goods.
Baked goods. I love that phrase. Them broads getting all mouty. Yeah, she pops off without. I had to give her the old 5-knuckle convincer to get her to pipe down. Anyway.
Are you, by any chance, trying to say that you think this business of yours is important?
That's exactly the way I feel about it.
Uh-oh. There's something about that guy's tone of voice I don't like.
But just because we're important in the food picture doesn't mean a guy can sit back and take it easy on this job. Well, because folks have to go to stores to buy my stuff. So, in these stores, there can be as many as 3,000 different food items that are just itching to latch on a part of their food money.
Food items and food money. Wow, that's appetizing. Look at all those food items. What are we having for dinner, Mom? Oh, kids, we're having your favorite food items.
Including a few other brands of baked goods. So it's one great big scramble. Up and down the aisles the shopper goes, and what she'll buy, nobody knows. For sure, that is. But every food item tries to make the grade by looking so doggone good she just can't resist buying. Appetite appeal, we call it. And how do you get it?
That's just what I was going to ask you.
Well, one way is to let the shopper see the actual product. Yes, sir, you can write this down in your notebook. For making the best impression, nothing beats seeing the actual product.
Yeah, I said write it down in your notebook. I don't see you scribbling, sister. You want another one? Gene says, and my bread is a nickel. We had to raise the price last year for 3 cents. Terry Nee is laughing.
Now, one way to get it is with modern packaging. But that's not all. Now, for best appetite appeal, you also have to have good displays. Displays that sell. And believe me, top salesmen are using all the tricks in the book to get them. Tie-in displays with go-together food products.
Uh-oh.
Meal suggestion displays, and a lot of others. So when you stop and think about it, this job of mine is anything but dull.
But still, doesn't it get monotonous doing the same routine things every day?
Every day is different on this job. Every store is different, depending on what bullseye I'm working on.
You know, this video really did wonders for the bread truck delivery recruitment industry. You know,
Bullseye?
Sure. You know, a while back I decided this could be a better paying job if the guy used his noggin. That's when I set up 3 bullseyes. Here they are. Grocer goodwill, plus volume, and selling displays. The things I'm aiming for in every store on my route. Anytime you can do something to make yourself better liked in a store, or up the volume in a store by even 1 loaf of bread, or get a new display idea, can mean more dough. I'm just crazy enough to like the feel of more money.
wow, yeah, you can tell by looking at him. He's a regular Howard Hughes. If you can sell just 1 more loaf of bread, that could mean 5-6 cents a month. Gene says, I make 75 cents an hour. And he's probably on a sales, some sort of a flat draw with sales incentives, and 75 cents an hour, I guess back then might not have been that bad, but you know, you could buy you could buy 15 loaves of bread with that. What's this say? Randy says, I'm not sure this is Shepper approved. I'm not sure either. There you go.
That's why you keep aiming for those bullseyes. Well, we better wind up Nellie and get going.
Huh. It's jerks like that that end up as supervisors.
Oh, man. What a... He is, after all, Satan. You know, I'm not going to hold it against her for sticking her tongue out at Satan. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. I hope this isn't my age showing here. But I miss the days when you could stick your tongue out at Satan without fear of repercussion. I really do.
You know, when I first started on the route, I acted like it was nothing more than a delivery job. Take this grocer Goodwill business. Know how I used to go after that? Why, I used to go into stores and slam doors.
Hey, you duffy old boy! How's the old miser today? Count your...
Oh, boy. This is an abrasive sales guy. I don't like this guy.
Gold again, huh?
He catcalled one of the customers. Oh, sure, she was smoking hot. Sure, she was devastatingly gorgeous like this. Wow, look at that sack she's wearing. That's let's see. Old lady should be making me bread, not getting a job and such. Staying at home. Jared says, I miss the days of those torpedo bras this lady is wearing. Yes, well. You blink and you miss the torpedo bra. It's just... Look at her. I'm getting my tomatoes somewhere else. Oh, look. Dumping things. Trying to be all macho. Here she comes.
Oh, sorry, Duff. No harm done, huh? See you again, Duff.
It must have been awful.
Well, maybe it wasn't quite that bad. Anyway, today I go after a grocer's Goodwill a little different. I'll show you.
She was asking for it. Yeah, you dress up like that and go in the public in a grocery store dressed like that. You just, hey, no means no, but you're going to get what's coming to you. If you don't want that kind of attention. Anyway.
Morning, Mr. Marco.
Come on.
How are you today?
I'm a feel lousy.
No, I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, something new. Say, these are pretty slick.
You noticed that, eh?
Sure did.
God. This is like the lowest level of sucking up to somebody. Hey, grocery carts, you're coming up in the world. People don't have to just carry this crap in their hands anyway. Hey, you notice that? Hey, I take a great pride in my grocery cart. You know, we come to America. There's no more like back at home in my home country. We have a grocery cart. It's the wheels and the little seat for the kid, you know.
Yeah, I bet your customers will go for them, too.
with my customers, maybe yes and maybe no. We'll see.
Go on, you know doggone well they will. Be right back.
You know, you crazy like a fox.
You see?
See, Terry says, what a disappointment, though, when you took the torpedo bra off. Yeah, I know. It never makes fancy. Gene says, yeah, fancy. Look at those grocery carts.
I want every grocer on my route thinking,
That Bill Dudley is okay. Never slams doors. Always seems friendly, always got a smile. Always interested in my store, treats my place with respect. Never slams his trays around or makes a nuisance of himself. I like to do business with salesmen like that.
believe me, building up goodwill is important. Without it, you get nowhere in selling today.
As if all those guys are sitting around thinking about Bill Dudley ever. As long as the bread gets delivered, they don't care. Gene, he can date my sister. Bring him home to mother. Yeah. Bill Dudley's not the sort to just pull up in front and honk. No. He parks the car, comes to the front door, introduces himself to the parents, and gives them a clear understanding of what they'll be doing and when they'll be arriving home. Yeah.
Look, why don't you stay here and rest a minute while I go in and check the sales? Don't run off now.
Oh, I wouldn't think of it.
I don't like the way that guy's yakking.
I do.
You would. If you want my opinion, he's in a rut.
Oh, well, if you want mine, he's in the groove.
Thanks for the...
Oh, boy. Terry Nee and I are actually old enough to remember when people used to walk around or out in front of a place with a sign like that on them to advertise. And it was normally someone who you would look at and say, yep, that's probably the one job that person's suited for.
Match, lady.
What match? Oh, yes, you're welcome.
Haven't I seen that guy before somewhere?
Hey, everybody. It is our good friend, the living legend, SG Fanboy. Always good to see you. We're halfway through the show. Like, share, subscribe, notification bell, all that free stuff, retweet that you can do for free. It helps us satisfy the almighty algorithm. And then there's also super chats and memberships, which, if you'd like, we're trying to make a living here. And then turn on your gifted memberships in case somebody else gifts them. And that's how, you know how that works. Instructions are at the bottom of the thing. Terry Nee is laughing. I don't know what at this time, but here, let's see what's going on with our little training film here. With our little training film.
I was going to tell you about the second bullseye mine, plus volume. One way to go after it is to use this and this.
What's this?
That, my young lady, is my business Bible. I've got a complete and up-to-date picture on every stop on my route.
Look how anally retentive, perfect all those numbers are. And I don't know if you've ever seen an old journal or an old logbook from the old days, like if you're at an antique mall or a garage sale or something like that. Yeah, that's how they looked. It was almost like a contest to see who could make the most perfect. Sorry, buddy, late day at work. Don't worry about it. SG Fanboy, people saying hi. People coming back again.
I know exactly what sells in each store and what doesn't. I know what new items I've tried in each stop. How each one is done. No guesswork. The facts are all there and they're up to date. Well, team up these facts with a little bit of this, and you can go after plus volume without the risk of getting stuck with a lot of returns.
So a guy gets returns, so what? Let the boss worry about him.
Here's something else a fella can do to get plus volume.
Watch
me in here.
this. Watch this. This is going to blow your mind. Blow your frickin' mind.
Say, Mr. O'Connor. Yes, Bill. I'm putting in a half a dozen of these new sweet doughs. They went over so good last year, we're running them again. Since it's a good profit item, I'm sure you want to keep an eye on them, see how they're going. Here's a sample. See for yourself how good they are.
Oh, thanks, Bill.
You're kind of a fat ass. Here's a sample, Tubby. Yeah, get me in good with you. There'll be another one of these next week if you keep stocking my product. Let's see here. What do we got? Doopadoo. This looks like my grandfather's sales logbook. Yeah, man, they got it. And Terry Nee just shattering our any amount of money goal. I got to get this show profitable. I got to get this thing going. I went all the way back to 1954 or whatever for this.
You see, talking it up is another key to getting plus volume. You can get in a good plug when you introduce a new package, a new product.
Haku, that's pretty funny. We haven't figured out what diabetes is yet. Have another one of our sweet doughs. Chunky. Anyway.
Special. The more you talk it up, the better chance of getting him to push it.
But what was all this mumbo-jumbo business with so many of this at so much and so many of that at so much at the last store?
Oh, the count check.
Oh,
That's something I always do before I put the stuff on the shelves. Avoids mix-ups later on. And this is especially important in big bakery departments. You see, in supermarkets, there are a lot of bakery salesmen coming in. And the count check also reminds the grocer of what baked goods of mine he's got to sell.
Oh, yeah.
The better he knows my products, the better chance of getting his help in selling them.
Sure.
And that makes for plus volume for me.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's that third bullseye of mine, selling displays. You know, that can be a little rough. You see, well...
You will have a stroke at 45. Yeah, but at least you'll have plus volume. I'm sorry, this is funny.
Take this route of mine. There are all kinds of bread racks and display shelves. Some of them are pips. I guess other guys' routes are the same way. I used to give up easy on displays. I had only one rule I followed. As long as the stuff didn't fall on the floor while I was there, it was okay. No more, though. And believe me, there's no trick or mystery to building good selling displays. Just stack the bread so the brand name shows best and shows off the bread to best advantage. And give the specialty loaves the best display space. And don't squash bread to get it in. If a store is selling more bread than I got room for in my display space, I talked to the grocer about giving me more room, say near the checkout counters or on the counter next to the register.
Man, that guy's got it all figured out, doesn't he? Tony says, Tom, do you know what $1 bought then? You could buy that whole entire display case right there for $1.13 back then. Remember we were watching Suddenly? And that chick had that huge box of groceries with crap sticking out of it all over. And the woman went, that'll be $3. You couldn't get the box for $3 now.
Now, baked goods are impulse items, too. So I always display them as near eye level as I can. So they're easy to see and easy to reach. When you figure a shopper spends an average of only 35 seconds in a baked goods department, there's not much time for your display to work on them. So display it within easy reach. Group.
I don't know what that's in response to, Karen. Uh-oh. What the? What's this? YouTube. Am I down or something? Is it StreamYard? What's the... Uh-oh. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. It's probably bad news for me. If it was, YouTube would have kicked us already. Well, who knows what's going on here? Who knows what's going on here? This Tom Gully show muted. I should not be muted right now. Well, this says I'm still alive here. Yeah, this says I'm still live. Let's oh, come on, man. Come on, man. See, this is why I just can't do this anymore. It's not worth it. This is yeah, this got to stop. Oh, here we go. Let's see here. Okay. Brother. Let's just see here what this thing's got in store for me. Huh. I'll tell you in a second here what it is, what the problem is. Okay. Content. 5. No, this says everything. I mean, I'm in my YouTube deal, and it says everything's okay. Is it back now? Because if not, I'm just going to end this. Yeah, it didn't say that. Okay. Are we back here? What the heck's going on? They're supposed to be helping. They're supposed to be helping, but they're not helping. Yeah, your screen said that. We're just about to probably end this. I'm so sick of this crap. I am so sick of just not knowing what's going to work when. Yeah, I know. I'm from old school broadcasting. We everything worked perfectly. Said policy violation on my screen. I wouldn't joke about it. Okay, well, let me see something here. Video can't be monetized. Let me tell you about public domain. I saw that a long time ago. So those are all the things it said. I'm in my creator studio, and it is showing. Ooh, well, that's not good. Yeah, this show's not even. Let's try it a different way here. So tired. So tired. Yeah, when I go to my channel, it's got me live here. So tired. There we go. See, I'm still up. Everything's it's got me live. See, it's anyway. That's really weird. Weird. Well, we watched a little video, didn't we?
The items together. Keep from burying any item out of sight.
But you know, a lot of the other bread boys are doing that much.
Yeah.
So how do you get the jump on them?
How do you?
With special display and promotion ideas.
That's
Take
it.
the other day.
I noticed the stop on my route was running a special on hamburger.
So,
Okay. So I talked the grocer into including rolls and a special display next to the hamburger.
yep, hamburger
That's where
rolls.
getting goodwill pays off. If you got the grocer's goodwill, you can get extra selling displays in the store built around special promotions. Picnic displays, especially good just before holidays and weekends in summer. School lunch idea displays, especially good in fall. Better breakfast displays, or any others that tie in with national promotions. Seasonal promotion displays, fruitcakes around Thanksgiving and Christmas. Hot cross buns and Easter cakes at Easter time. Displays that suggest ideas for all types of entertaining.
Yeah. Let's see here. Mine do too. I wouldn't joke about that. You're alive now. It said when you went on. Steve Amboy says, if you go back in the video, the suspension thing still pops up. I tried it. Strange, almost nefarious. Well, I've had some weird activity lately on all of my social media accounts. There's someone that's trying to break into my social media accounts because I get those things, you know, your password reset was requested, blah, blah. Yeah. So who knows? Maybe somebody's trying to do something with the other stuff too. I don't know. All I know is this